Hello, fellow card game enthusiasts.
That's where it started.
Yeah. you shush.
I will.
You didn't have any better ideas, so
No, I wasn't giving ideas because I didn't want to come up with something stupid.
Hi, I'm Neck Warrior. I mean, I guess I go by. I'm Rex.
Yeah.
I don't need to
I'm
go
Lars.
by Neck Warrior.
I'm Larza and/or Noah.
Yeah, and I guess I have their names up in the corner, so you can keep track of what hands are doing what.
I'm purple.
Yeah.
That's all that matters is I'm purple.
So me and Noah here, we've been playing Dragon Ball Super for. Fuck, how long have we been playing this game?
Since the release of Set 3 Crossworlds.
Yeah, I think it was like March. March
Something
was
like
when
that.
we ordered the stuff and started getting into the game.
I haven't really been keeping track of them.
Yeah. Well, we're getting ready for our first regional event. Yay!
Yes.
Regionals,
Yes.
they're fun. We're going to Portland. On
Since that's the
What is
closest regional where we live.
yeah,
It
in,
is September 8th.
Yeah.
Yes. So we have less
So-
than a month to really prepare for it.
Yep.
We've been doing some preparations, and we were just we were like looking online trying to see like some meta discussion videos, and we couldn't really find any.
Yeah,
on
the only
YouTube.
thing there really is online with regards to the current meta that I could find easily, at least on YouTube, is that there a guy called My Wife Hates Games has been uploading the tops.
Yeah, the top decks that top 16 and or top 8s.
Yeah, and he makes a few comments about the decks, but he doesn't really
Go into
talk
much
anything
detail
about the actual meta. And we just we noticed, yeah, there's just a real lack of like discussion content on competitive Dragon Ball Super. So,
and we're wanting to really get into the competitive side of it as well. We have a lot of history in a lot of card games between us, so
yeah. I think I got started. Man, I got started right around the time Pokemon was releasing its Jungle set. So the second set in the entirety of Pokemon was my first card game.
that is early.
Yeah, it was quite a while ago. That was very fun. I remember sitting in the parking lot of the mall, and my parents brought like 2 booster packs back and gave one to me and one to my brother. It was we both pulled Raichu. For those
That's
wondering.
nice.
Yeah, they were base set booster packs still.
Nice. Ain't none of this EX bullshit.
Right. No, it was old school. You had to evolve shit.
Right.
Or you played Haymaker. Which is literally just Scyther and Pinsir. And Electabuzz. Like all Pokemon that don't evolve, basically.
I think I haven't played much variety in card games. This is my third competitive card game that I've played. I started off in Yu-Gi-Oh! I played that from elementary school up through high school, and in high school I started going to some tournaments here and there. I was always shit because I didn't have the money to actually be good, since
Yeah,
that's a pay-to-win game.
That's often been an issue for me as well.
So I never really placed in those tournaments. I fell off of Yu-Gi-Oh! Come like right before Pendulums, just because the game was starting to get too toxic and I didn't really enjoy it too much. And I started to play a game called Cardfight Vanguard. And I was really good at that game. That game was fun for me. It was like I watched the first 2 episodes of the anime. I was like, I need these cards in real life. This has to happen.
Yeah, it's definitely a very interesting card game. It's very different from any other card game I think I've seen.
It's very fun. It's unfortunately that card game the meta became again too toxic and just not fun to play against anymore. And they introduced extra decks with like these warp mechanics or whatever the fuck they're called. and it just wasn't fun for me anymore, so I stopped doing that. But I did go to a few tournaments, and I think I usually placed third to second when I went. So
Yeah.
that's my card game history for the most part, except for Super right now, which I have devoted a lot of time into learning this game because it is so fucking fun.
It's very fun. I haven't had nearly as much history with competitive card games. Most of my card game experience has been playing with friends. Like when Yu-Gi-Oh came out, I played. I picked up Starter Deck Pegasus, and I was playing with my brother and people at the apartments. I think I had one of the other ones first, but one of the either Yugi or Kaiba. I don't remember which.
No, Pegasus was my first one.
Pegasus was the one I played the most after I got it.
Yeah, Pegasus was my first one, and I was so fucking stupid that I thought Toon was tin. God.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
And then after that, I kind of didn't play card games again for I don't know, 10 years, I guess. I started collecting Pokemon in 2010 in the Black-White era.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of fun. I spent way too much money on that.
That's when I was watching a lot of Pokemon card game stuff. I was really interested in the Plasma Team decks.
Mm-hmm. No, the Plasma element was very interesting. I started collecting on Plasma Storm, and it was a great set. Card art's so solid during that era.
Yeah.
Plasma Freeze in particular, where a lot of the artworks are based on icy
Icy.
areas. It's
I like that.
It's like Team
that
Plasma
really
came
cool.
through and actually froze the Unova region, so they have artworks based on that.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it was really neat time in Pokemon. They've kind of gone off the rails with their game mechanics, but it's always fun to collect Pokemon. Mm-hmm. I've never really been into playing Pokemon all that much, but I did later get into playing Yu-Gi-Oh! On Dueling Network, not Book.
I miss those days.
For the summer of 2013. And then last year, my brother started buying Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff, and I was like, hell yeah, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! In a while, so we both picked up the starter decks at the time, structure decks, which were the Ancient Gears and Dinosaurs. And I played Ancient Gears for a few months, and I was a scrub. So then I switched to Dinosaurs, and I was no longer a scrub because Dinosaurs were good at the time.
And right now you're doing some pretty competitive stuff in Yu-Gi-Oh! Currently.
Yeah, I currently play Altergeist, which is a very relevant deck. It actually made it to the tops in Nationals and lost because of the stupid new end of match procedures.
Yeah, you're still pretty into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Game
as
well as this game.
I actually have a bunch of stacks of cards on my table right now because I'm working on a cube. But yeah, we've been playing Dragon Ball Super since earlier this year, and we're really enjoying it, and we're really getting into the competitive aspects of it, which we haven't been able to do too much of because it's hard to get out to events in our job.
It is, yeah. Our job is pretty much the times that they have tournaments are the times we're working, so it's hard for us to go to our locals and such like that. But hopefully that'll change in the future. So that's why we're wanting to go to this regionals. And we thought that we would share our studies of the meta and our preparations and what we're going through to try to actually do good at that regionals.
Right. And we're not trying to... None of this is us trying to say that we have all the answers. Don't come here if you're trying to, We're just trying to open the door for discussion here, because there's, no... me getting ready for Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff, I watch tons of YouTube content, people talking, people discussing the current meta, and there's just nothing for Dragon Ball Super.
We are just trying to fill a little bit of a void that
we're trying to get the discussion started.
And hopefully we'll bring some people talking. And if so, that will just help us and everyone else and this game grow, hopefully. Because it's it's a game that needs to grow and needs to survive, I think.
Yeah, and I think it's growing pretty steadily. It seems
It
like
is.
it is.
It's definitely not taking like the force of will turn yet.
Right.
That's not happening.
All right, well, that takes care of introductions. Now you guys know who we are.
Yep. Should we go ahead? Where should we go from here?
Well, so today is Tuesday, and just a few days ago, the PPG Regionals event happened, which is the second regionals leading up to Nationals.
Right.
And